Greetings, YouTubers! Big Nick again. Today, I will be talking about my top 10 favorite franchise movies. These are my opinion. I hope you like these, but these are my opinion. At number 10, I have the Rambo series. I love Rambo. This is still my favorite Sylvester Stallone series. I know people are like, well, what about Rocky? I like Rocky, but I like these better. This is my personal favorite. The last one he did, that last part of it, if you haven't seen it and you're an action junkie, watch the last part of it. That is adrenaline rush right there. This one, I know he talks about a fifth one. I doubt we'll get it, but how can you top that? That last scene with him in the 50 caliber machine gun, oh mama, amazing. Amazing action scene. Rambo, number 10. At number 9, I have another great franchise. This is probably one of my second favorite spy franchise series, but Mission Impossible. The Mission Impossible series, the first one was amazing. The second one, it was good, but not as good as... Then it picked up after the third one. But these two right here. Wow. Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, the best two in the series. I have this one a little edged over to this one, but these two have really taken the series in a new light. Amazing. I cannot wait for the next one. They're filming it right now. Mission Impossible 6 is going to be amazing if it's anything like these two. They have the director's back of this one, Tom Cruise. Man, he's almost 60 and he's still doing this shit in his own stunts. You gotta give the guy props. Who does that? But Mission Impossible, these two are my personal favorites out of the series. Especially this one, still an amazing movie. Next, I have the Mad Max series. Especially the new one that came out, Fury Road's the best in the series out of this one. And then the Road Warrior. And then I would have to put Mad Max, then Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Thunderdome is kind of a letdown. Didn't feel like a Mad Max movie. But that new one, Fury Road, wow. Second best movie of 2015. If it wasn't for another movie, which I'll get into because that's my number one series. But Mad Max. Hands down, Mad Max Fury Road is the one to check out in this. And this ain't a bad box set to pick up for $60. 4 movies, all the special features. It's not bad to pick up the 4 Mad Max movies in this set. So go ahead and pick that up. Next, one of my all-time favorite fantasy series, but Lord of the Rings. Oh, I love the Lord of the Rings. I know the Hobbit movie gets a lot of slack. It's not nearly as good as these, but I love the Hobbits. This is still... I love the Lord of the Rings. Still holds up to the day. Visual, story-wise. Great characters. I mean, Gimli is my favorite Lord of the Rings character. I know that me, a big guy, saying Gimli? Really? But I just love his attitude. It's exactly me. Fits me. I could be that short little dude, freaking badass. But Lord of the Rings is an awesome series. Where are we at? Alright, number 6. My favorite sci-fi. Another one of my favorite sci-fi series. I know the last one got a lot of slack, but the Terminator series. These two are my personal favorite. This one, I know this one gets a lot of slack, but I really like this one. This one's after those. The newest Terminator. I know it gets a lot of slack, but I really enjoyed this movie. A lot. Terminator 5 does not get the love it deserves, and I hope I know they're trying to rethink it and restructure the franchise. I just hope one thing they don't do is don't get rid of Arnold Schwarzenegger again. We don't want a Salvation debacle. I mean, I own Salvation, but I don't like it. Next up, it's another franchise about a cyborg. Personally, I like it better than Terminator. I only have two of them. I have the new old one and the remake. But the Robocop series, even my mom will tell you, for 2 years, I tried to get her to change my name to middle name to Robocop. Because I love Robocop. I like this one. I love this one. This doesn't get the love it deserves. This is actually a pretty decent remake. And it does. And the one thing I love about it is, they did not remake the same movie. They did something different, made it more modern for audiences. The remake of Robocop does not get the love it deserves. Just check out the remake. You're not gonna be You're not gonna be disappointed. It's not as great as this, but it's pretty good. Next up, I didn't grab all my box sets, but James Bond. I love the James Bond series. The new ones with Daniel Craig are blowing me away. I know there's a rumor that he might not be in the next one. I'm hoping he is. Praying he is. Because Spectre, I know a lot of people didn't think it was as good as Skyfall. I thought it was almost as good. Just Skyfall was a little better. But all of the James Bonds, there's some I didn't like Die Another Day. What was that? That didn't even feel like a James Bond movie. And the CG, come on. That's what the best you could do with the effects we have. Just watch that sailing ski over surfing over a water, like a freaking wave. Just watch that and see what I'm talking about with the CG. Next, number 3. You knew it was coming. Back to the Future. 21 gigawatts. What's that? What is a gigawatts? Man, I could quote this movie to this day. The third one is personally my favorite. I love the Wild West. Love the Wild West references. The Clint Eastwood reference, because I love the Clint Eastwood movies. Man, Back to the Future. I hope they never decide to do a remake that they were going to do with Zac Efron, supposedly. Or even if they try to remake this, no. Leave this alone. There are some movies you don't remake. This is one of them. Back to the Future. Still one of my best bargains, man. I got this at Black Friday on Amazon for $25. This Blu-ray set is still $60 pop, brand new, and I got it for $25. That's awesome. Next up, one of my favorite adventure series of all time, Indiana Jones. Cannot go wrong with Indiana Jones. I know there's a lot of slack on Crystal Skull. I like Crystal Skull. Don't hate me. I love Crystal Skull. I love the Indiana Jones movies. I'm excited they announced the 5th one with Harrison Ford. Cannot freaking wait for the next Indiana Jones with Harrison Ford. Finally, another Indiana Jones. And I know Harrison Ford and Spielberg wants to redeem themselves from Crystal Skull. Hopefully they do. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Don't judge me. But Indiana Jones, second all-time favorite franchise. And number 1, of course, you know what this one is. I'd be stupid if this wasn't my number 1 franchise in film. But Star Wars. I have the Blu-ray, DVD of these. Got this first day it came out on DVD, on Blu-ray. Love Star Wars. I'm obsessed with Star Wars. Oh, there's one of my buddies has not seen Star Wars, doesn't even know who Harrison Ford is, and I am gonna change his freaking mind when he is gonna sit down and watch Star Wars one of these days. Oh, that made me shocked. I about slapped him when he said he did not know who Harrison Ford was, or what Star Wars, or Indiana Jones, or Back to the Future was. He's getting a movication. Mark my words, that man is getting a movication. Star Wars, how can you not know what Star Wars is? It's amazing. Epic, fun storytelling. I know the prequels get a lot of slack. I like the prequels. They're not as good as the originals. I mean, episode 3 getting close to being as good as the originals. Episode 3 is what the prequel trilogy should have been, minus the bad acting and stuff, but it's not Shakespeare, let's just say that. And that's it, folks. That is my top 10 franchise movies. Next, I'll be doing my review of Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadow, and then I'll be doing my top 10 football movies. If anybody knows me, and you do know me, I love football. Football is my sport. I get a lot of shit because my favorite team is the Tennessee Titans, but more on that when I get to my top 10 football movies. I'll see you soon.